what are you going to do after when you retire?
Well, I hope that I'll travel some. And let's see, I've got all my animals, so that takes a lot of time. And so I'll spend more time with my animals, and I'll probably do some volunteer work. Now, I'm not that worried about it because when I was 50, I lost my job and I didn't have children, and I'm 50 years old, and very nicely, my husband's law firm said that I could kind of play like I was being an attorney at the law firm. I didn't work full-time and stuff, but I did all sorts of things. I worked at the Loaves and Fishes. I did work at Our Daily Bread. I did about every job at church. And when I was young, I wrote stories and poems. Now, I never stopped writing poems, never stopped doing my journal, but I hadn't written stories. And then during the time when I was only working part-time, I wrote stories and kind of wrote a long novel and stuff, and they've been some of them are still in fountain pen ink, which is, it fades with time. And but I went back to stories and stuff. So that's one of the good things that happened when I got fired, was that I had time and I started writing more. And so I need to finish some of those stories. And I mean, I don't think that they're ever going to be in print, but I could at least get them onto the computer so that, if someone wanted to read them, they would read them. But my problem is I don't follow a genre. So, they kind of get away from me. But I like doing that.
So do you think you'll do any consultant work for any cities or municipalities or?
I did some back then. So one of the things is I did actually do work for city after they, they would call me and I would do something, and Eric Benson had me work on the water system, even though,
Don't leave me, Vanessa.
I wasn't his idea of who he would want as city attorney. But I did do work for him. And Tony Puckett is a labor attorney, and he had me help out like one of the clients if they were having some sort of special hearing and they needed an attorney. And actually I went to high school with him and stuff. So I've told Gerald that if he has something that I will do it, but I'm not gonna work for other cities. I plan to retire, And most of the stuff that the city has me doing, it isn't really, it's not trying cases and stuff. It's trying to work out muddles or something like that. And I could do that, but I do plan on retiring and just doing fun stuff or helping. I might, do something with the Salvation Army. I don't know. Probably the SPCA. I might help out at the animal shelter because I really do like animals and stuff. But I also want to do some travel.